Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Avenue. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Marcus. How are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Marcus. Thanks for asking. I had such a busy morning, and I've been thinking, talking about our daily routines is one of the most practical ways to practice English.
Absolutely. It's funny because when people learn English, they often want to learn complex grammar or fancy vocabulary. But honestly, being able to describe your day naturally is such an essential skill.
Exactly. So today, we're going to talk about our days, share some useful expressions, and help our listeners feel more confident talking about their daily routines in English. Sound good?
Perfect. So, Sarah, why don't you start? What does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I'm definitely not a morning person, Marcus. My alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m., but I'll be honest, I hit the snooze button at least twice.
Oh, I'm totally guilty of that too. Hit the snooze button. That's such a common expression, right? It means to delay your alarm for a few more minutes of sleep.
Yes, and listeners, if you want to sound natural, you can say I snoozed my alarm or I hit snooze. So anyway, I finally dragged myself out of bed around 6:45.
Drag myself out of bed. I love that expression. It really shows that it's difficult to get up.
Right. Then I stumble into the bathroom. That means I walk in a sleepy, uncoordinated way. And I splash some cold water on my face to wake up. That's my trick.
Cold water. You're brave. I need my coffee first. But before we get to coffee, what about your morning routine? Do you shower in the morning or at night?
I'm a morning shower person. It really helps me wake up. I usually spend about 15 minutes getting ready. Shower, brush my teeth, get dressed. What about you, Marcus?
I'm the opposite. I shower at night because I like to sleep in as long as possible. My morning routine is super quick. I roll out of bed, that's another way to say get out of bed, brush my teeth, throw on some clothes, and head straight to the kitchen.
Throw on some clothes. That's informal, but native speakers use it all the time. It means to get dressed quickly without thinking too much about it.
Exactly. And then comes the most important part of my morning.
Sarah and Marcus?
Coffee. I make a strong cup of coffee. I can't function without it. Can't function means I can't work properly or think clearly.
I'm the same way. I always say, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. Do you make breakfast too, Marcus?
Usually something quick. I might grab a bowl of cereal, or if I have time, I'll make some scrambled eggs and toast. What about you?
I'm a breakfast smoothie person. I blend up some fruits, yogurt, and spinach. It's quick, healthy, and I can drink it on my way to work.
Nice. So listeners, notice how we're using the present simple tense to talk about our routines. I make coffee, I brush my teeth, I get dressed. This is the perfect tense for habits and regular activities.
Great point, Marcus. So after breakfast, I head out the door around 7:45. I have about a 30-minute commute to work.
How do you get to work? Do you drive?
No, actually, I take public transportation. I walk to the bus stop, which takes about 5 minutes. Then I hop on the number 42 bus. Hop on is a casual way to say get on a bus or train.
That's interesting. Do you like taking the bus?
It has its pros and cons. On one hand, I can read or listen to podcasts during my commute, like English Podcast Avenue, of course.
Shameless plug. I love it.
But on the other hand, sometimes the bus is packed. That means completely full and crowded, especially during rush hour.
Rush hour. That's typically between 7 and 9 in the morning and 7 and 6 in the evening when everyone's commuting. I drive to work, and traffic can be terrible during rush hour.
Oh, I don't miss sitting in traffic. So what time do you usually get to work?
I arrive at the office around 8:30. I work for a marketing company, so my day involves a lot of meetings, emails, and creative projects.
What's the first thing you do when you get to work?
Well, I grab another coffee. Yes, I know, I have a problem. And I check my emails. Then I usually have a team meeting around 9 a.m. where we touch base on our projects.
Touch base. That means to briefly communicate or check in with someone. It's very common in work settings.
Exactly. After that, my morning flies by. I might work on client presentations, brainstorm ideas with colleagues, or make phone calls. Before I know it, it's lunchtime.
Time really does fly when you're busy. Time flies is a great expression, meaning time passes very quickly. So what do you do for lunch?
I usually take a 1-hour lunch break. Sometimes I bring leftovers from home, that's food remaining from a previous meal, or I go out with coworkers to grab a bite.
Grab a bite, another super casual expression, meaning to eat something quickly. I love these natural expressions.
Me too. What about your workday, Sarah? What do you do?
I work as a teacher, so my day is pretty structured. I teach English to international students, actually, which is why I'm so passionate about this podcast.
That makes sense. So you're helping people in class and through the podcast.
Exactly. I usually teach 4 classes a day with short breaks in between. Each class is about 90 minutes, so I'm on my feet a lot. That means standing and moving around.
That sounds exhausting. When do you finish work?
My last class ends around 4 p.m., but I usually stay until 5 to grade papers or prep for the next day. Prep is short for prepare. Then I head home.
My workday typically wraps up around 5:30 or 6. Wraps up means finishes or concludes.
And then the evening routine begins. What do you usually do after work, Marcus?
Well, by the time I get home, it's usually around 6:30. I like to unwind for a bit. Unwind means to relax and de-stress. I might change into comfortable clothes, which we call loungewear, or just comfy clothes.
Yes, I do the same thing. I kick off my shoes and put on my sweatpants. Kick off your shoes means to remove them, usually in a casual, relaxed way.
Then I start thinking about dinner. I try to cook at home most nights because it's healthier and cheaper than eating out.
What kind of things do you like to make?
I keep it pretty simple on night weeks. Maybe I'll whip up some pasta, stir-fry some vegetables with chicken, or throw together a salad. Whip up means to make something quickly and easily.
Throw together is another great casual expression. I love cooking too, but I'll admit some nights I'm just too tired, so I order takeout or delivery.
No judgment here. We all have those days. After dinner, what do you usually do?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I'll do some light cleaning or tidying up, wash the dishes, wipe down the counters, maybe do a load of laundry.
Do a load of laundry. That's the correct way to say it in English, listeners. Not make laundry or wash a laundry.
Good point. Other nights, I just want to relax and zone out. Zone out means to stop paying attention and just space out mentally, usually while doing something mindless, like watching TV.
I'm a big TV person in the evenings. I like to catch up on my favorite shows or binge watch something new on streaming services. Binge watch means to watch many episodes in a row.
I do that too. Or sometimes I'll scroll through social media, call a friend, or read a book if I'm feeling ambitious.
Feeling ambitious. I like that phrase. It means having the energy and motivation to do something productive.
So, Marcus, what time do you usually call it a night?
Call it a night. Great expression meaning to decide it's time to stop and go to bed. I'd say around 11:30 or 11. I'm trying to be better about not staying up too late.
Same here. I aim for 11 p.m., but sometimes I get caught up in a good book or one more episode, and suddenly it's midnight.
I know that feeling. My nighttime routine is pretty basic. I brush my teeth, wash my face, maybe set out my clothes for the next day to save time in the morning.
Set out means to prepare or lay out something in advance. That's smart planning. I also like to check my alarm, triple check it actually, to make sure I don't oversleep.
And then I hit the hay. That's an old-fashioned but still common expression meaning to go to bed.
Or you could say, I turn in for the night, or I call it a day.
Exactly. And then the whole cycle starts again the next morning.
So listeners, we've just taken you through a typical day using natural English expressions. The key to sounding fluent is using these casual phrases that native speakers actually use.
Right. Don't worry about sounding too formal or textbook-like. Expressions like hit snooze, grab a bite, zone out, and call it a night make you sound much more natural.
And remember, talking about your daily routine is one of the best ways to practice present simple tense, time expressions, and sequencing words like first, then, after that, and finally.
Absolutely. We encourage you to practice by describing your own day in English. You can even record yourself and listen back.
Great idea. And if you want more practice, head over to our website where we have downloadable vocabulary lists and exercises for this episode.
Thanks so much for listening to English Podcast Avenue. We'll be back next week with another practical topic to help you improve your English.
Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, every day is a chance to improve your English.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.